A very good evening to all of you, my dear kids. I am Manisha Das on behalf of eTuition family. Welcome you all to today's class. Let me remind you that our eTuition family is providing quality education for your better tomorrow. So don't forget to be a part of our family. So my dear class 8 students, today I am here with a new chapter, which is chapter 7. The name of the chapter is Conservation of Plants and Animals. And I guess you may be thinking that, ma'am, why are you looking so tensed in this picture? Because it is a cause of tension. We have to think about them, about whom? About plants and animals. Why do we need to conserve them? See, we humans are very much selfish. We only think about ourselves, and we are causing harm to them. We are causing harm to plants and animals, but they are helping us. So in today's class we are going to discuss that how we are causing harm to them and how we can help them. So are you ready? Okay, let's move ahead. So my dear kids, what are the points we are going to discuss today? Let me tell you that today we are going to have a super amazing class. So see, Sinchan and these two emojis are very much interested. They are very much excited for today's class. Why? Because in today's class we are going to visit zoos, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves. So are you ready? We are going to have a picnic. Are you ready? Yeah. And we will discuss that why we need these national parks, zoos, and deforestation and its causes. It is very much important topic. And what are the consequences of deforestation? So let's visit our zoo. So zoo is also known as zoological park. A very famous zoological park in our Odisha is Nandankanan Zoological Park. I have been there for so many times. I hope you have also gone there. So a zoo is a place where animals live in captivity and are put on display for people to view. It means in zoos what you see, we see different types of animals. They are placed or they are kept in captivity. Separately they have kept in artificial environment, right? So zoo is the shortcut of zoological park, right? So we see the animals, they are kept in display. We see the different types of animals. Are they happy there? No. The animals are not happy, because just think, if I will close you in a room, okay, if I will close you in a room and I will enjoy you, so many people will come, your friends will come and will see you and they will go. Will you feel happy? Because freedom is everything, right, my dear kids? Freedom is everything. So if I will keep these animals separately away from their environment, will they feel happy? No. Okay. Next we are going to visit national park. So national park is better than the zoos because it is in their natural surrounding. National parks are the areas that are set by the government to conserve the natural environment. It means animal with their natural environment, the government they protect. Okay, they protect the animals to conserve. Okay, and next comes wildlife sanctuary. What are they? See, wildlife sanctuary is an area where animal habitats and their surroundings are protected from many sort of disturbances. So here hunting, poaching, everything is banned, right? Here animals are kept away from all these disturbances with their natural surrounding. And the capturing, killing and poaching of animal is strictly prohibited in these regions. Nobody can kill or harm any animal. If they will do so, strict actions will be taken against them. Yeah? Okay. Now, what is biosphere reserve, my dear kids? See, in the first zoological park, the animals were kept in the display for our enjoyment. And next, in the national parks, the animals with their surrounding. And in biosphere reserve, what do we do? In biosphere reserves are the protective areas meant for the conservation of plant and animals. The same thing, plants and animals are kept in their natural surrounding only, but it also restores the traditional life of the tribal living. It means some tribes are there, they also live with these animals and plants. They used to live in the forest and they conserve the biodiversity of that area. Okay, they are away from this modernity. Okay, they live in their own world, in the natural world they live, and they protect the animals, plants, their biodiversity. Okay, so why do we need all this conservation? Can you tell me? Have you ever wondered, we do not need conservation, right? Is there anything we are kept alone to protect ourselves? No, right? But these animals and plants need to get conserved. Why? Because in the national park, wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve, flora and fauna of different species are preserved and made to survive. Because I told you, as we humans are very selfish, we are causing harm to them. So from protecting them, okay, protecting them from these humans only, we are protecting them from ourselves, right? From these selfish humans, we have to protect these animals and plants. For that we need this conservation. This in turn helps to protect the endangered species. What are endangered species? Endangered species are those species, those means continuous killing and hunting and poaching have decreased the number of certain animals or certain plants, right? So we need to conserve them, otherwise they will become extinct. Their number will be finished, they will be vanished from this earth, and we do not want that, right? So for this we need to do all these conservations, okay? And see, what is deforestation? Forest, you know, right? What is deforestation? See, the tree is very sad. Why? Deforestation means clearing of forest and using that land for other purpose. I told you, we humans are very selfish, right? So we are cutting down the trees, we are destroying the forest, and we are using that land for our other purposes, like settling of factories, buildings, like that. Can you see? Can you see here? The picture is, the forest is looking like the lungs of the earth, and we are cutting down the trees. It means we are affecting the lungs, because forests are the main contributor of the oxygen to ourselves, right? But we are cutting them, we are harming ourselves only, and the tree is very sad because we are cutting them. They are our friends, they are very much, they are not selfish, they give everything for free, but we are causing harm to them. Is it good? No. As human, this is not humanity, right? So causes of deforestation, why we do them? See, trees in the forest are cut for some of the purposes mentioned below. What are the purposes? Procuring land for cultivation. We need land for cultivation. Why? See, because of the increasing of population is increasing day by day. So to need our hunger, we need lots of food. So where do the foods will be cultivated? In the land. So we need land for cultivation. So we are clearing the forest. For building houses and factories, we need timber. That's why we are cutting down the trees. Making furnitures, we are very passionate about wooden furniture, so we are cutting the trees. Using wood as fuel, we are using wood as fuel in the chulhas, and we are doing forest fires. Sometimes forest fires is natural, sometimes forest fire is man-made. Okay, so we selfish men used to burn the slash and burn agriculture is there. For that we are burning the forest, and naturally sometimes due to very hot sun rays or due to the lightning also, it can cause forest fire. And severe droughts are also consequences of deforestation. So see, my dear kids, results of deforestation. What has happened? See, our earth is burning. Why? Because it has increased the temperature and pollution level of the earth. Due to deforestation, the temperature has increased and the pollution has also increased in this earth, and it increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, because trees are the organisms, right? Trees are the organisms which absorbs the carbon dioxide and give us oxygen, but we are cutting them only. So what will happen? The carbon dioxide amount will be increased in the atmosphere, which will increase the temperature of the atmosphere. Groundwater level also gets lowered. Why? Because there is shortage of rain, so the groundwater level is decreasing day by day. And deforestation disturbs the balance in the nature, because every nature has to be balanced, right? The number of trees is very much important for the herbivores, and the herbivores number is dependent, okay, it is very much important for the number of carnivores. Like that, if anything will be disturbed, the whole balance will get disturbed, right? Yes. So rainfall and the fertility of the soil will decrease. Rainfall is decreasing, soil fertility also decreasing. There will be increased chances of natural calamities such as floods and droughts, because trees are not here. What will happen? If the flood will come, because there is imbalance, droughts will come, shortage of rain, right? So how it results in droughts? Tell me how it results. See, plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. We know that if we will cut the trees, what will happen? Less carbon dioxide will be absorbed, right? And amount of carbon dioxide will be increased. Okay, they will be increased in the atmosphere, and this will lead to global warming. Global means our earth will burn, the temperature will increase. As carbon dioxide traps the heat rays reflected by the earth, and the increase in temperature on the earth disturb the water cycle, and it will reduce the rainfall, which will cause the drought, because there will be shortage of water, because rain is the main source of water in the earth, no? So if rainfall will be not there, there will be severe drought. And how it causes desertification. What is desert? They are hot barren lands, right? So fewer trees result in more soil erosion. See, you can look here, only one tree is there, so the soil are getting floated, okay? They are getting eroded, okay? So this is soil erosion. And removal of top layer of the soil exposes the layer hard and rocky layers. So what is happening? The soil is getting removed. Constantly they are removing, and the soil has less humus, so their fertility is also decreasing, because there is lot of humus in the top layer. If the top layer soil will get washed away, what will happen? It will become less fertile. Gradually there will be no cultivation, right? And it will be slowly converted into desert. This is called as desertification. It means conversion of a normal land, cultivation land, into a desert. This is called as desertification, which is a very important thing, very important problem actually. And how it causes flood? See, deforestation also leads to a decrease in the water holding capacity of the soil. So the soil quality will be decreasing. So what will happen? The soil will not be able to hold a larger amount of water, which in turn the water will move from soil surface into the ground, will reduce, so there will be flood. Okay. And how it affects the soil? Look here, deforestation is a major cause which leads to the change in soil properties. What are the properties? Physical properties of the soil gets affected by plantation, vegetation, and the other properties of the soil like nutrient content will be affected, texture will be affected, change because of deforestation. So we have to be very careful. So my dear kids, what is biosphere? Bio means life, sphere means a place where life originates. So the living world is known as biosphere, where plants and animals, all the living things survive. Biosphere is the part of the earth in which living things exist, which supports life. So it is a system in our earth which supports the life. Okay, biological diversity or biodiversity. What is diversity? Diversity means different. Biological means life. So there are different life forms on this earth, right, existing on this earth, and their interrelationship. We know that each and every organism is interdependent, and the relationship is same with the environment. Okay, so we must understand that when we must not disturb the balance between them, right? So one biosphere is given, the Panchmari biosphere. In your book, the Panchmari biosphere. The Panchmari biosphere reserve consists of one national park, which is called as Satpura National Park, and two wildlife sanctuaries named as Bori and Panchmari. Okay. So list of national parks. Here is a list of national parks. You have to remember that, like Jim Corbett National Park, which is in the state of Uttarakhand, and Madhumalai National Park, Tamil Nadu, Kanha National Park, Madhya Pradesh, and Sariska Tiger Reserve, Rajasthan, Tadoba National Park, Maharashtra, Madhav National Park, Madhya Pradesh, and Sanjay Gandhi National Park, Maharashtra. तो बंदीपुर नेशनल पार्क कर्नाटका, काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क आसाम, एंड नमदफा नेशनल पार्क अरुणाचल प्रदेश. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट इज द लिस्ट ऑफ sanctuaries. See, Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, Rajasthan, Chilika Lake Bird Sanctuary, Odisha, then Chinnar Wildlife Sanctuary, Kerala, Gir National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, Gujarat, Govind Wildlife Sanctuary, Uttarakhand, Madhumalai Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu, and Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary, Kerala. Right? Then list of biosphere reserves. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserves, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve, Tamil Nadu. Sundarban Biosphere Reserve, West Bengal, Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, Uttarakhand, and Nokrek Biosphere Reserve, Meghalaya, Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve, Madhya Pradesh, which is given in your book, Similipal Biosphere Reserve in Odisha, Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve in Great Nicobar, and Achanakmar and Amarkantak Biosphere Reserves, which is in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, and Agastya Malai Biosphere Reserve in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Okay, so my dear kids, you have to remember the list of, it means you have to just recall or remember the name of the national parks where they are situated. Okay, but after that, see, never see animals as animals or plants as plants. See all of them as life just like you, as if we are caring for ourselves. Okay, we are caring for humans. So why should not we care for animals and plants? They are also life forms, right? They also have feelings. They cannot say that is a different thing, but they too can feel as they have the life. So we should also care, love them as the humans. We should also care for animals. We should take care of plants, and we should treat them like life forms. Okay, so promise me that you will never harm any stray dog or anything. You should take care of them, and do not cut down trees. Plant a tree, because plants are our real friends, right? So with this we have finished our first part. So at last I would like to request you, be a part of our tuition family. We will have such kind of funny picnics, right? We will be able to know this kind of very important information. We will be making our earth green. So till then, have a good day, stay safe, and read thoroughly. Okay, thank you.